Hi, this is Chuck Lavazzi.
And this is Tina Farmer.
We're with KDHX 88.1 FM in St. Louis, and we are here in Louisville for the Actors Theater of Louisville for the Humana Festival of New American Plays for 2017, where we have just seen We're Gonna Be Okay.
And really, we are going to be okay.
A play by Basil Kreimendahl. Let me set this up for you. The play takes place in 1962 during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and Saul and Ephraim are next door neighbors. Ephraim's very prosperous, Saul not so much so. Ephraim comes up with the idea of building a bomb shelter because he's convinced the world is going to end. Saul is not so sure. And the play is all about what happens when they build the bomb shelter and actually try to live in it.
So, to set it up more interesting is that first act is in their houses, in their yards, and above ground, but the entire second act occurs right after President Kennedy's speech in October of 1962 about the Cuban Missile Crisis, when they all get panicked and decide they need to go down underground into their bunker.
Yeah. First act, very fast, very funny. Second act turns very dramatic very quickly. I don't think completely convincingly. I think the conflicts among the characters start to become kind of repetitive about halfway through the second act, and the ending, let me just say that I don't think the playwright knew how to end this play.
Actually, I think the problem was that the playwright had a great idea that is relevant to today, the whole idea of fear and how fear makes us do extreme things. But he didn't take us anywhere with that idea. He introduced ideas, early feminism, the early sexual revolution, not just among heterosexuals, but among people who are questioning or coming out of the closet. He introduced women's liberation. He introduced the idea about people getting so stressed and so tense that they have nothing to do but explode. People substituting commercialism and material success for personal success. But then we just kind of left all these threads out to sea.
A lot of great ideas in the play, but a lot of them not really fully realized. And of course, the other thing from my problem was that the period of this play, 1962, is a time I personally remember.
I wasn't born yet.
She wasn't born yet. And the playwright just got a lot of little things wrong. Some anachronisms crept in. Some aspects of the costuming made no sense in 1962. I think maybe a dramaturg who knew the period of time better could have improved this play a great deal.
I'm going to take your word for that because, like I said, I wasn't there. I did think we had some strong performances.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Ephraim, played by Sam Breslin-Wright, was annoyingly wonderful. I mean, seriously, you wanted him to shut up, but he did it so well and with such conviction. I feel sorry for him if somebody has only ever seen him and don't know him as a real person, because they're probably going to avoid him. Scott Drummond as Saul was nice and taciturn. I would have loved for that character to have more to do and to be able to develop. He seemed almost like an incidental character, and it was too bad.
We didn't know enough about him.
He was really interesting. In fact, the whole Meg, Annie McNamara, who was also very engaging, but the whole secondary story between Saul and his wife Meg just wasn't developed. We kept hinting, we kept seeing hints of things, and we had some really nice characters who just didn't do anything. I thought Kelly McAndrew as Lena was comic timing, fabulous comic timing, a really nice touch with her character in that she didn't become too over exaggerated. I also thought that Anne Marie Trabalsi as Deanna, the young teenage daughter, is a real talent. Her guitar playing, her singing, and also just kind of her whole attitude and persona, it resonated with me as a real...
She has a really lovely moment in the second act where she sings Break It To Me Gently, which was kind of a high point of that act.
It was a real high point, and it actually kind of led to a weird but not satisfyingly weird conclusion.
So anyway, We're Gonna Be Okay by Basil Kreimendahl. Interesting play, strong first act, but there are some things to work out in the second act for sure.
Like the ending.
Like the ending. But again, it's a new play, and maybe that will change. Anyway, from the Humana Festival of New American Plays, the 2017 edition here in Louisville, I'm Chuck Lavazzi.
And I'm Tina Farmer with KDHX.
And we'll see you after the next show.